Let's look at the impact of Relebogile Mofokeng after he came on for Zwane and what Hugo Broos expected of him. First of all, for him to be an outlet. During corners, Relebogile Mofokeng did not stay. Yes, it was 2 corners that I remember, but in both of them he was outside. And in the second one specifically, you will see later, he was the one who was the first to receive the ball, which tells you that he was the one who was expected to do things with the ball in those transitional moments. And also right here, he was expected to stretch defenders. So he did not come in to replace Zwane as a 10, but was playing as a left midfielder, as we had 2 strikers in the field of play in Forster and Ikram Reina. So after Zwane went off, we're playing a 4-4-2. But there is a twist to this, so stay tuned for more. Now, you have Relebogile Mofokeng, who is also just the one who's lacking just behind the defenders to make sure that when there's a mistake, he's there to pounce. But on top of that, what I like about Mofokeng, or what I saw as he was growing into the game, is the fact that when he gets the ball out wide, he does not want to run down the line, but he runs to the middle, and in doing that, he wants Modiba to see that, hey, there's space for you out wide. Initially did not see this, but we will see as the game progresses, he actually started to take note of this. And in doing this as well, he always just wants to get the ball, either pass the ball back to the person who passed it to him to make things simple, or look to make those runs behind defenders. And like 5 minutes after I got in, he started doing this thing. He came on to play wide, but then I guess Bruce as well told them that, hey, listen, there is more space in the middle, but you can use your ability to carry and protect the ball to create space out wide. So he started to drift in, because now he started popping up in positions like that and combining. And also the danger of a player like Mofokeng being in those positions is that since he can dribble and run past people, there is also the thing of us getting fouls as a result of him being fouled, because obviously he doesn't lose the ball, so you have to foul him to get it back from him. Now here as well, you can see he's receiving the ball in the half space and is not wide anymore, because Modiba at this point is the one who was taking that position. But look again, takes the ball, he's drifting infield to reach the point of play, so that he can force Uganda to focus their side, their defense on the left side of their defense. But in doing that, there will be space on their right side. We'll get there as well. While we are here, please do make sure to like the video and subscribe or follow, depending on where you are watching. Okay, so there is Mofokeng playing the ball to the right side, and you can see the team is drifting to the right. And also, he was just not there to be a star player. He was also there to win the ball back when necessary and start counters from there. And what's funny here is that the guy who's having an aerial duel with Mofokeng is taller than him, but Mofokeng wins that duel and is also there to just win the ball back when need be, and from there also start the attack. But do you see what he does all the time? He doesn't get the ball and run out wide. There is Modiba's space. For him, what he wants to do is to drift in field, because then he knows, look at that space that has been created. Modiba or someone must be running into that space. If it's not Modiba, it's created a huge space for Forster if they had spotted that he was free. But I guess we were still growing as a team, and we'll start realizing these things more naturally. And him creating space also involves just him pulling the defender out and then running back in, and Modiba can now run into that space that he was given. And there you have Urele, you have Modiba pulling that defender to the side, and Urele now has that 1v1 with that defender. And what that has essentially done, it has pulled 2 people to Urele because it's dangerous, and there's that left back who's now, right back who's now wide with Modiba, and now that has created that space for Mofokeng to run into. So it's creating space for himself, and it's also creating space for his teammates as well. And also his teammates creating spaces for him. And now you see, as the game progressed, his minutes in the game progressed, he was now found more in that 10 position and allowing Modiba to be wide and come into the ball in that situation. So once again, there he is popping up in the middle, playing the ball wide, and still making himself available for the ball. Gets the ball once again, out wide, and what does he do? He goes inwards, right? And in doing that, also switches the ball into the middle. We're not done with this thing of creating spaces, because in scoring a goal, as you can see, here I highlighted Mofokeng, but in the full match analysis of that game, I showed how Forster and Reyners had also done the same thing, running towards the left side of the defense, in that way pulling the whole of Uganda to the left and creating space for Modiba on the left. But Mofokeng wasn't done here by just running towards the left side of the defense of Uganda, but also that constant movement. Now he's pulling out the defenders, and two of them are just focused on him because they know what he does when he gets the ball. So what then happens is that while they are focusing on him, the pass is played wide to Modiba. And when Modiba gets the ball, there's something else that happens. Look at that defender who's supposed to be blocking Modiba. He's not directly looking at Mofokeng, but his actions tell you that he's worried about him. How do I know this? Look at what he does. Instead of blocking or closing down Modiba, he starts by going to the left because he thinks the pass is going to go to the left. But in him doing that, he allows Modiba to then play the cross, and then Umbata can shoot after that ball is not won. See, these other things are not about him and what he does on the ball, but it's also about what he does when he's not on the ball. And it's just still beautiful. And I will say that Umshishi played first half and we scored goals because of him, a goal because of him. And when he went out, Urele was still there to try and do what Umshishi was actually doing. There it is, Uganda at a corner. Urele is once again our outlet. Unfortunately, things did not go according to how we wanted it to do. The last aspect of Mofokeng's game yesterday was to basically violate adults, people who are older than him, old enough to be his fathers. What is that? That child is disrespectful. But this also got me thinking, Mofokeng is a winger, we know that, right? But the question that I have is it possible somehow that eventually with the number of wingers that Bafana Bafana has, like Abo Apolis, they're still going to go to their prime. We have other players who are developing. Abo Mfundo Vilakazi who will get there to the national team. We have Abo Mailula who might be used as a winger and not as a striker sometimes, who will be in Bafana Bafana. Could Mofokeng potentially be the person who's going to replace Uthemba Zwane in that 10th position? I don't know. Do let me know what you think down in the comment section below. And subscribe and like the video. I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.